Hi, I'm Christine Walker and I'm the Head of Primary at Anglia International School here in Dubai. One of the most important decisions that you as parents will make is the choice of school in which to enrol your son or daughter. That's one of the most crucial decisions you make because your child over the following years will spend a huge proportion of their time in that primary school setting. I'm here today to suggest some of the things that you might like to consider when you're looking at a primary school for your son or daughter. Number one, you have to ask yourself this question: what do you want for your child from school? We tell our parents you're the first and the most enduring of your child's educators, so you have to consider, even before you start this journey, what exactly is it that you want for your child when you send them to school? Number two, what does the school's mission statement tell you about the school? When you read what the school communicates with the wider public, does its mission statement contain words like nurture, support, care? Or does it contain words like organisation and discipline and academia? Neither is right, neither is wrong. It's important that you consider what you want for your child. Do you want a more nurturing environment, or do you want a school that concentrates particularly on academic success? Listen carefully to the message of the school and take it to heart. That's the information they're giving you about their ethos before you even arrive at the school. Question three, what type of curriculum does the school offer for your child? Schools offer a huge range of curriculums, and you can read about those on school websites and school information. You need to consider what type of curriculum you want for your child. Does the curriculum offer opportunities for things that your child may be talented in or may be interested in? Does it offer opportunities for sport, for dance, for drama, for joining in things at a competitive level? All of those things are contained in a curriculum document, and it's that sort of information you want to know about your child. Is the curriculum right for your child? Question four, and probably my favourite question: what does learning look like in the school of your choice? When you decide upon a school, you should feel that the school is right for you. You need to look and you need to feel, and you need to be able to see what learning would look like for your child. Are the classes small? Are the classes sitting in groups? Are they sitting in rows? Are children expected to put up their hand when they want to answer a question? Or is free discussion encouraged, and are there relationships built between the teachers and the children? I always tell parents, I want to see children who skip into school in the morning because they're excited to be involved in what learning feels like at school, and then they skip out at the evening, not because they're glad to go home, but because they can't wait to share what learning has felt like and been like in school on that day. Question five. What is the school's policy on supporting children with additional needs? How does it view full inclusion? When you're making a choice for the school for your son or daughter, you may be making that choice and that decision when your children are very, very young, some barely toddlers. They may have additional needs that you don't yet know about. They may be academic needs, they may be emotional needs. We're unsure at that age, and we certainly don't need to have a diagnosis. You need to know whether the school of your choice is able to support your child in any way that they may need as they travel along their journey. Question six, how are children assessed? That's a dreadful word, assessed, but it happens in schools. How does the school of your choice assess the children? How is progress measured? How is attainment measured? It's not just about examination results. It's about the journey that your child goes on from the start of any section of the school to the end. How does the school deal with that? How do they communicate that to you as parents? How much value is placed on academic achievements versus progress over time? Again, you may have two children with differing needs, but it's important that the school communicates with you exactly how, what they will assess, and also what they do with that assessment. What is it used for in school? Is it just purely a data exercise, or does it actually inform what happens next with your child? Question 7. Ask about parental involvement A good school wants to involve its parents in the life of the school. Does the school of your choice have a thriving PTA? Does it have nothing? Is there something that you can get involved in? How welcome are you as a parent in the life of the school? Is it something that you want to commit yourself to if you find out that there is a thriving PTA, but in fact you're required to commit several hours? Think about what you want as a parent and how much you want to be involved in the life of your school. Question 8. How skilled are the teachers? More importantly, as a parent, can I speak to a teacher? Teaching is a vocation, and you'll speak to people who have been in teaching for many, many years, like myself. But it's also a job. I think it's really important as a parent that you feel that you can speak to a teacher even before you arrive at the school. Sometimes we're compelled to deal with administration. It's much more important as a parent to speak to somebody who may be dealing with your child on a day-to-day basis. So ask, can I speak to a teacher? Ask the teacher, how long have you been here? What's the turnover like? Are staff generally happy? You'll find that staff who stay a long time in a school create continuity, a solid foundation and a warm environment for your children, and it's important that that's in place. So ask, please may I speak to a teacher? Question 9, slightly more formal question. If you are a parent who is really thinking about the academic pathway, the educational journey that your child will go on, ask about the school's educational pathways. Ask about where children go on to. Do they stay within the school setting? What's the turnover like? What happens when the children finish school at 11? Do they stay in that setting and go on to secondary and do different courses, whatever they may be? Ask about the formal educational pathways that are open to each and every child, regardless of their age or ability. And finally, question number 10. This isn't really a question, it's something that I think you need to do. Check the numbers. And by the numbers, I really don't just mean the fee structure, although there is a warning with the fee structure. If you're looking at a school, don't just look at your starting price point. Have a look at what the cost of the educational journey is as children get older, because that can often be something that parents miss at the start. By numbers, I mean, check class ratio size. What's the ratio of pupil to teacher? Does the school have teaching assistants? So what's the adult to pupil ratio? What's the number of classes in a year group? What's the number of year groups in the school? How does the school organise itself in terms of numbers? What does their educational data look like? What do the numbers look like in comparison with other schools? What about their KHDA rating, which isn't a number, but you can transfer it to a number very easily. Think about all the things that could be hidden in data for you to unpick before you make that final decision about a school being right for your son or daughter. Those are my top 10 tips, if you like, for when you're thinking about enrolling your child in a primary school setting. It's really, really important to remember though, there is no such thing as a perfect school. Even if you find a school that's perfectly suited to your child's needs, that has an engaging curriculum, exciting teachers who make learning fun and alive, that has wonderful opportunities for them, there may still be little things that you don't love about the school, and that's okay. Just as your child learns to live with successes and disappointments, it's important that we learn and we experience those things. If you pick the right school, successes will be far in excess of the little disappointments that you and your child find. I hope what you've heard today has helped. Bye for now.